Hey up guys, it's Kyle here and welcome to another League of Legends gameplay. Today I am playing as Zilean in the mid lane, and I know I've already done a Zilean gameplay, but that's beside the point because I could pretty much do any champion, anywhere, anytime. Here we're unfortunately getting invaded. Shaco just put a box down. I didn't realise you were in there that entire time because on the replay I realised how close I actually was to being deaded. Because obviously Blitzcrank's going to start with pull. They do get feared, fortunately for me, so I do get a chance to escape. And Shaco here, I'm just going to slow this down for a bit because Shaco just I don't know what he was thinking, and he failed flashes. It failed flashes there. Flashes? Flashes. Yes. I was going to say flashes, but then I thought no, flashes is the word. And then I tried to like say flash as well because I didn't think a lot of you guys would understand falsh. Anyway, that's beside the point. Everyone says falsh, okay? In Worlds, they should say falsh instead of flash. They should just say it. Anyway, if you're watching Worlds, guys, it's been very interesting, hasn't it? Anyway, enough about Worlds, because I'm not going to talk about that. I'm talking about this, because this is a ranked game. Obviously, playing as Zilean. Zilean runs out of mana like a motherfucker, so that blue buff loss right there, I don't think Shaco even checked it after they stole it. I think he should have checked it. If not, then oh well. Because blue buff on Zilean is probably one of the most important things. Now, I actually got a comment a few days back. Sorry for the lack of video, guys. I'm going to explain the lack of videos. I recently wiped my hard drive clean, and now everything is much smoother, and obviously I can make videos much more easy. Because obviously everything's a bit more clean and smooth now. It's more efficient for me to, you know, I sometimes just have to do that. That's just how it has to be sometimes. You can't just have a bogged down system, and sometimes you just need to do it. Anyway, that's beside the point. I had a comment a few days back asking how to build Zilean, because he is one of my main champions. I do play him. Obviously this is ranked. I would not play a champion I wasn't comfortable with in ranked. And it's something you have to just sort of explain to someone. I mean, when you get into a champion select and it's like, you know, you get to watch this. It's pretty good. So at least in does go down for a Gnak, and it doesn't work out. AD carry's just about to die, but oh, what's that? It's a Zilean ult. You could see it beforehand, like you could see me coming down beforehand, but I don't think. Did I say it? Zilean is not an it, and this Blitzcrank. Yeah. Well played, Zilean. Very well played. Anyway, you could see me coming down beforehand, but my AD carry, well played Zilean, of course. And my AD carry, Defiant Eagle there, didn't know that I was going to be there like that because he was trying to focus on running away, and all of a sudden I just show up and there's my ult. Oh, that's what I like to do. I like to save people. Like I'm saying, I've got like two things to talk about now because I always go off topic. I always do it, and I apologise, guys. So the thing is, in Champion Select, if you pick someone kind of trolly, like I guess Teemo or Heimerdinger, you know, Razor Dongas and all that shit. If you pick someone like that and they're one of your main champions, you've played them for a long time, then you need to explain that to your team. You say like, you know, I've played this champion a lot. You can see my, well, if you've got a good win rate, then you might want to boast about the win rate because, I mean, if you've gone like on a 10 loss streak and won one game, you might not want to say that because then they'll be less inclined to let you win, or let you play it, should I say. Of course, the enemy's not going to let you win. Anyway, guys, that's what you want to say in champions. Like, just be very clear about why you want to play as champion. Only play them if you think it sort of fits. Like, I only played Zilean because I knew that they're going to focus Graves. They're going to do it. And we have, like, high damage potential. One of them's going to get focused down, and I want them to come back and be able to output damage. Here I think I save this retard. I can say that with wholeheartedly. I can say that. That's fine to say, because this Lee Sin, watch him. You get to see him. She's clearly behind her turret, and he goes in. I just ulted him, and he knows he'd come back alive. The guy was, I think he was just trolling. But this was my promotional game, so if I won this, I was in Silver 5, so obviously if I won this, I would go up to Silver 4. But you'll find out what happens at the end. I'm not going to ruin it, because obviously promotional games, by the way guys, I don't always show wins. I do show losses sometimes if they're good games, and this is a good game. So, you know, you kind of have... I think I've sort of given it away. Oh well. Shit. Oh well, here's the little fight going, a little bit of a tussle. After this I'll talk about a Zilean build that I would recommend. Obviously builds are situational, but we'll talk about that after. Shaco does go in here on 2 people, zoning out the carry and the jungler, I believe. I believe Vi's jungling. Yes, she is. I can see a little smite icon. So he zones them out, which is pretty good. I tried to get a bomb onto Monsieur fucking hell, Varus. Jesus Christ, I'm going to say Varus straight away, but I forgot his name. Brilliant. But Rumble does land a nice little ult there. Rumble here just trying to escape, and I'm sat next to him. Think I might as well just ult him. You can see the little ult there, and Rumble does come back alive. So now obviously I'm trying to slow this guy down. And by the way guys, Zilean's slow is so good. It's such a strong slow. It's probably one of the strongest slows in the game, actually, now I think about it. Because of how long it lasts and how frequently it can be used with good cooldown reduction. So good. So we bossed that fight, and I think we only lose 1 guy. I think it was Shaco that we lost. And yeah, and this guy does escape and get the kill. Oh, Graves gets the kill. I thought Mr. Rumble got that kill, but he didn't. Okay, that's fine by me. But Rumble in the chat, after I saved him, didn't say anything. Didn't even say thank you. So I just said, you're welcome. Because, I mean, I do like having a thank you, you know, after I've just saved someone's life. I mean, the fights in this game, guys, they are so frequent. They happen all the time. I don't know why these guys want to fight all the time. Probably because they think Zilean's just used his ult, it's okay to fight. Let me give you some quick tips about Zilean though, guys. Or should I say Zilean? So we boss every fight. I mean, we can pretty much win every fight now. I don't know why this guy was stood still. He didn't even seem to try and escape. A bit odd. And he had a shutdown bonus, so I don't know why he did that. Here, I think Graves is actually gonna. Does Graves kill this guy? No, that's later on. Oh, I spoiled the kill there. Here I'm taking this. I think Leeson does help me out. Nice guy. Anyway, the build for Zilean or Zilean, whatever you want to call him. The build is very situational, but you're always going to want a Athene's and Holy Grail and a Tear of the Goddess. Those are core. You cannot play a game without them because your mana regen is terrible as Zilean, and your mana in general is also shite. So you're going to want a lot of them. Here, a lot of this game is turning a bad situation into a very favourable one, because Shaco getting caught out trying to take the blue buff. He does smite it, but he does fail the smite, unfortunately. But we turn a bad fight into a good one, you see, as we all, you know, rush in. And I do speed up Rumble here, just to see if he can get some tasers off and slow down Zac. I really should have sped up Graves in this situation, because obviously Graves could have got in there a little bit easier. Leeson does pick up the kill though with his Kikaruni. And at this point in time, I do have my ult, but I didn't think that Zac, same fucking difference. I'm a bit rusty at this, guys. I've not done this for about a week, so yeah, you can call that rusty. Anyway, so yes, Zac does sort of he can put out a lot of damage. He still can do damage, and I was thinking about ulting Lee Sin there, but I think Varus does pick up the kill with his arrow, or it might have been someone else. It probably was Morgana. Now I think about it, I wasn't really watching. But I didn't think about ulting him because it might not have been enough damage, you know what I mean? But I couldn't see Morgana at the time. Obviously, not going to ult the fool who gets pulled, because that's generally not a good idea. And this is going to sound so bad though, guys. I don't mean it in any like, just ult Graves there, of course, because, you know, nice guy Clyde. I'm not going to mean this in the negative way, but you should never ult a teammate. Well, use your judgment though, guys. Use your own personal judgment on this. You're going to need a lot of decision-making skills to actually sort of understand this, but don't use your ult on a guy who got caught out. I mean, as general rule, don't ult a guy who's caught, because it sounds bad. I know it sounds bad, but unless there's the kill. There's a very unique situation it needs to be. The situation needs to have a lot of factors. Are they in the middle of the team? Do they have escapes? Do they have a flash? Do they have the team to back them up? Do they have the team fight? If those factors are all yes, then ult the guy who's caught. If the factor is that they have no flash, they have no escape method, the team is nowhere near, it's just you and them, don't waste it. Just don't bother wasting it, because they'll go down and then they'll come back and then they'll die. It's a waste of your ult. It's not useful at all. It's not even contemplating. Don't even bother thinking about it, because you have to use your own judgment on it. And people always ask me like, why didn't you ult me? And it's like, because there's not much I could have really done there. If I ult you, I don't have it for the more important people who aren't getting caught, the people who have good decision making and good team fight knowledge, you know. Here, I'm just gonna put a bomb in your head. Are you gonna die? Of course you're gonna die. It's a fucking bomb. It kills everyone. Of course you're going to die. Whoever thought that she weren't going to die there? I made it seem like she weren't going to die, but yeah, she just dies. That slow is immensely heavy, makes Blitzcrank flash, or falsh, and Varus here does go down, because Rumble does have that massive shield, which is pretty good. Anyway, on to builds. I've already talked about the core, which is Athene's tier. Death cap, of course, you're going to want a death cap. You don't always have to get one though, keep that in mind, because you can be a very high utility champion. Here, this guy gets caught, this Shaco, running up instead of down, very strange. So I ult him, thinking, okay, he's caught, but we're around him. We should be able to at least do something. I do pick up the kill on Blitzcrank here, I do have a bomb in his head. So that's one guy down. Unfortunately, they all swap aggro from Shaco to Graves, of course, as they would. I thought Shaco might have fought, but that's just me, you know, wishful thinking. But he just wants to escape. Graves does die, unfortunately. If I would have put an ult on Graves, I mean, in the team chat, Shaco was saying he should have just let me die and, you know, saved Graves' life. But my decision making there was, Shaco will fight, help us out with his, you know, fear on his box, you know, probably ult himself and duplicate, and we have an additional guy to fight with us. And I was just thinking maybe we could turn that fight around, as we've been doing, you know, we've been turning fights. So I thought maybe that's possible. Unfortunately, he didn't want to fight, so that's just sucky. Here we do turn the fight again, you know, those two getting chased, and we do manage to turn it around. I think Shaco does escape using his deceive. I mean, once again, it's just a bad fight turned good, and I love those kind of fights. So yes, Zilean build, guys. Depending on how much magic resist they've got, if they're building a lot, even on one champion, if one champion has a lot of magic resist, get a Void Staff. If neither of them, if none of the enemy champions have any form of magic resist or are building it, if someone gets a Locket, the Iron Solari, get a Void Staff. If they don't, get a Leandri's Torment. And that is how you're meant to do it. You're meant to build situational. I mean, if they're getting a lot of magic resist, you want percentage pen. If they're getting none, you want flat pen, because obviously the more magic resist they have, the more percentage damage is done, and the less, the more flat is better for you, obviously. You can always get both. Don't obviously just follow like one thing and say, oh, I've already got a Void Staff, I can't get more pen. Of course you can get more pen. It's you can get pen boots. I love getting pen boots. You could also swap them for cooldown boots, Ionian boots of Lucidity. But that's good. It's good, but it's not the best. You want to output a lot of damage, and I would also suggest Morellonomicon, because once you bomb, gets them so low. Here Graves does get caught, but obviously I'm pre-made with Graves. You might have seen him in a few of my videos, and I know that Graves can put out a lot of damage if I protect him. So reviving him back up and allowing him to, you know, have that moment of invulnerability where he's down and they're focusing us, allows him to get up and, you know, put out some more damage. And here, I think he does just clean up house for us. Well, helps us clean up. I mean, reviving him is probably one of the best ideas out of everyone here, because he can put out the most damage as long as other people are in front of him. So yeah. And me just back here taking a turret. And they do surrender, guys. So I actually jumped from Silver 5 to Silver 3 in this one game. I love being able to jump because my MMR is high. It does make me feel good. Anyway, guys, Zilean build, just it's very situational. You want mana regen, loss of mana, quite a lot of AP. If you want, get a Rylai's. Oh my god, the slows. These slows. Also try and build some health. You might want to get a Zhonya's Hourglass, just so you can, you know, be untargetable as well. Because if you get untargetable, wait for your ult to come back, it's so good. Wait for your bombs as well. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like if you like. Zilean mid is strong, it's not a troll pick, so keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching. Please do leave a like if you like, and also subscribe down there. It really does help me out. You can also share this video on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Unfortunately, I don't have any comments to show you in this video, so all the comments, leave them below. Just say anything. I will put them in the next video. So thank you guys for sticking around. Sorry for the lack of videos, and I'll see you guys later. I'm going to put out more videos soon, so stay tuned. Peace!